Now, brothers, 2025 in general wasn't just the kind of year you expected. It was full of false promises and false beliefs. Your motivation was short-lasting. You were gaming when you should have been doing a workout instead. You were staying inside when you should have been out on the field. You were fapping when you should have been doing less fap. This year was again not your year. Like all the years you had in the past. What a coincidence. Or, on the opposite realm, this year was exactly what you have wanted. You followed the good habits, less fapping, more energy, less gaming, more productive time, and this year was just simply your year. However, for both sides of the coin, this winter arc is a test. It is your last test, the final test, the chance to save yourself, or the chance to prove that the improvements you had and the habits you built were not just luck. And that's why I have created the 90 days challenge for you. And because a lot of you were asking me, oh, become fearless, what should I do in this winter arc? And the answer I have for you is really simple. But on the other side, it's more complex than you actually think. This winter arc isn't just about hard work. It's a mirror. It's about fighting against yourself and building the version of you that can actually dominate when the game is on. It's about knowing your limits, admitting your weakness, and facing them head on. And again, you need to be humbled, not by a coach, not by an opponent, but by yourself. Because in reality, what have you really achieved? What promises did you make to yourself last season that you again couldn't keep? And I learned that only when I face that truth. Only when you conquer yourself do you start building a player, a mindset, and a skill that truly sets you apart when the season comes. Because remember, he who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Now, before we begin, in part 2, I will reveal and explain 7 actionable steps that will change you as a footballer. However, you cannot fulfill those steps if you don't understand the foundation they stand on. So in this video, I will teach you the 2 foundational pillars that will actually create the finish line for the 90 days challenge. Pillar number 1. Who are you at this point? Now ask yourself the question, what went wrong this year? Write this down, take notes, and be brutally honest with yourself. Write down in detail, what did I eat that wasn't right? How many times did I skip a workout? Why didn't I do the workout when I had the chance? How many times did I go on my phone first thing in the morning? And how many times did I go on my phone at night when I should have been sleeping? And this is the uncomfortable truth. Now, after that, take another piece of paper, and on this one, write down the version of yourself that is monumentally successful, the best version of you. Describe him in detail. How does he walk? How does he play on the field? How does he respond when life knocks him down? When does he wake up? And when does he go to sleep? All the details. And once you've written both, compare the 2. Look at them side by side. How far apart are they? That gap, that distance between who you are and who you want to be is your winter arc. Pillar number 2, day 0. Tomorrow you will wake up to a day filled with things you haven't done in a long time, or maybe things you have never done in your entire life. And this is day 0, a day of activities that might feel really hard or maybe surprisingly easy, but it's the beginning. In the morning, you will rise before the sun. And normally, I would not ask this of you, because you should wake up with the sunrise and see the light of the sun. But this is the winter arc, and during winter arc, things must be harder. You must make them harder for yourself. So the first thing you will do is push-ups, not 50, not 100, 200. And you will not start anything else until every single one is complete. And you need to make the promise to yourself that you will do those 200 push-ups. Not to Allah, not to Jesus Christ, to yourself, because your word as a man is your most powerful weapon. And when you break your word, you break yourself. And if you do break it, ask yourself this question, am I still a man? Because if you cannot keep your word, you're not a man. And after completing your push-ups, you'll have a proper breakfast. real food that fuels you. And when you finish eating, you will sit down and read a book for 30 minutes. No distractions, no skipping the pages, just you and the pages. Later that day, you will see a girl, whether on the street, passing by, or in a moment you least expect. What you will do is approach her. You will speak with respect, with confidence, and genuine presence. And this is not just about her. This is about training your confidence, training your ability to step forward without fear. Throughout that day, you will fuel your body properly again. No energy drinks, no fake protein shakes, no sugary cereal, only clean and real food. And before the day ends, you will step outside and walk. No headphones, no social media, just the sound of your footsteps. The air filling your lungs and the world exactly as it is for 30 minutes. You will be fully present in 30 minutes. Now that will be your day zero, a day full of things you don't want to do. Now, by the way, on that day there will be no gaming, no corn, and no scrolling. Whenever you scroll unconsciously, you will do 10 push-ups immediately. Every bad habit costs 10 push-ups. And oh my lord, your muscles will have a busy day. Now that was part 1. If I have given you any value in this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to be notified whenever wisdom is shared again on this channel. Also, make sure to join my Discord server, where we have weekly group calls, weekly lessons, and a brotherhood to connect with. The link is in the description. See you in part 2. Peace!